Hello and welcome to episode 33 of the Read Between Podcast, the improvised storytelling podcast where we take the internet's weirdest suggestions, turn them into weird, wacky, and crazy stories through the power of improv. I'm one of your co-hosts, Evan, here today to take you on a little journey through our Cliffnotes series. It's been a little while since we've had one of these. Our Cliffnotes episodes are basically some cutting room floor greats that we have in our archives from all the episodes that we've done. We like to take bits and pieces of some of our warm-ups and intros with some of our guests and some of our friends and even with ourselves and just put it out there for you guys to listen to. And that's what we have for you this week. This week we've got some outtakes from some previous episodes in our latest run. We've got some $1 Million But warm-ups with our friends Joe Rovner and my sister Emily Williamson. So we've got some of that for you, and we've also just got some other general $1 Million But fun that Lynn and I have done over the past few months. So yeah, this week we didn't have time to pull together a normal episode, but we at least had this content here for you that we could at least put something out for you this week to fill the hole in your heart left by a normal Read Between episode. So make sure you share this episode with your friends so they can see exactly what we do outside of a normal episode, because it's just as weird as it is during a normal episode, but we like to give you a little peek behind the curtain of what we do here. So a little bit of housekeeping stuff. We'll be back with a brand new episode, normal episode, next Monday. That would be September 24th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have that coming up next week. The first Friday of October, which is October 5th, I believe. Yes, October 5th. We'll have a brand new episode of Nostalgia Cops coming out, which is our sister podcast, where we review old nostalgic Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, all sorts of shows, and review them with 24-year-old eyes and see if we actually like them. The newest episode is coming out Friday, October 5th, and that'll be on Kim Possible. Yes, the Disney Channel classic Kim Possible. So make sure you look out for that. If you want to reach out to us on social media for both this show and Nostalgia Cops, you can find Read Between on Twitter at readbetweencast. You can find Nostalgia Cops on Twitter at Nostalgia Cops, and you can find both of those on Facebook at facebook.com/readbetweencast and facebook.com/Nostalgia Cops, respectively. If you want to check in with me on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter at E_Williamson93, and you can find Lynn on Twitter at AnnLynn, AYNNELNN, and you can check us out there. So until next week, we will leave you with this Cliffnotes episode with some fun outtakes. So we hope you enjoy. We hope you come back next week for a brand new episode, and we will see you guys then. Take care. Bye. So you get $1 million.
Yes.
Straight cash.
Awesome.
But
is it like $1 million bill, or like how is it broken?
It's
out?
like $1 million in suitcases in stacks of hundreds.
Stacks of hundreds.
Yeah.
So how many? That would be a lot of hundreds.
Be a lot of hundreds. I can't do the math right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be like $10,100 bills.
How many suitcases would it be broken up into?
I have no
I need to know these specifics.
Probably like 6 or 7.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
I don't know. So you get $1 million straight cash, 6 or 7 suitcases worth.
Hell yeah.
But every clown that you meet from now on, or every clown that you run into, is basically Pennywise the clown. There's no nice clowns anymore. They're all trying to kill you.
Okay. Does that mean that like they are the ethereal part of Pennywise as well? Like the you'll float to part of Pennywise?
Yeah, like the weird like space turtle kind of thing, Pennywise, yeah.
Gotcha. So like he's got like the death orbs. What is it? The death lights in him or something?
Yeah, something like that. The orange lights or something.
The lights that are within him.
Yeah. I forget the name of them.
I mean, I'm trying to think of how many clowns I run into in my life.
Mm-hmm. Well, you figure any children's birthday party you go to is going to be ruined. Any circus you go to is going to be ruined. Most likely any amusement park usually has a clown.
Really? What amusement park have you been to that has a clown? No, mostly it's like mascots of some sort.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
And then like children's parties, normally it's like superheroes nowadays.
Or Paw Patrol.
Right.
Shit. Should have been like any Paw Patrol character turns into Pennywise. Then children would be like scarred for life.
What was your other option? You said it was children's parties.
Children's parties.
Carnivals or
carnivals, circuses.
How many circuses are bad, kids? Don't go to. They abuse those fucking animals. Don't go there.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
So I guess my
I will take the $1 million and buy a gun to prevent clowns.
But see, then you're murdering.
No.
Then you're just committing murder.
Not if they're trying to murder me.
But what if they're not trying to murder you?
Then I won't do anything.
What if you just go to the circus and you're just enjoying the circus? The clown's not paying attention to you, and then you try to go shoot the clown.
I'm not gonna shoot the clown. If the clown's not bothering me, the clown will not have bullets in him.
Okay, fair enough.
But if he turns around and is like, "You'll float too," then guess what? Bullet's gonna float right to your fucking forehead, man.
Your desert eagle's gonna go right through his face. He won't be dancing anymore. Fair enough. That makes sense. I mean, $1 million would be enough to get some sort of protection. So
hire a whole security team.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Anti-clown security team.
Yes. All right. So you feel good?
Hell yeah! Let's get this show on the road.
All right. Cool. So basically what we do to warm up is we just do like $1 million but. So like you present a scenario where it's like, oh, you get $1 million, but you have this weird thing. And then we just discuss it and talk about whether we go with it or not. So if you have a suggestion, go ahead and throw it out. We'll see.
$1 million but. As if you have $1 million, but you can't spend it on a certain thing?
No, it's like, so you get $1 million to spend, but you have this weird thing, this weird affliction or something that you have to like deal with now that you have this $1 million.
Okay.
So like in the past, we've had examples where I think Dan Mars said, so you get $1 million, but your fingers turn into hot dogs that grow back every 24 hours. Gotcha. So stuff like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Let's see. You have $1 million, but you have permanent halitosis.
Oh, permanent
halitosis.
Oh, Jesus. See, I already feel like I have bad breath as it is, and I do brush my teeth, but like, even after you brush, you can brush as much as you want, but your breath is still gonna stink.
It's funny you mention that because I'm shaking mints right here. Like I carry mints with me because me too. Like I'm always, even though I brush my teeth, I use the Listerine. I'm always paranoid about that, especially sometimes in an improv show too. If you're like up close to somebody.
Oh yeah, I'm always very wary of what I eat before we do a show because it's like I never want to like get in somebody's face and get like really close. Yeah. And they just like, oh, you smell like onions or you smell like garlic. It's like, shit, I don't want to do that. So that's why I keep like lifesavers in my car at all times.
Yeah, and sometimes I receive a note: never chew gum on the stage or chew candy, but really I'm doing it just because of a deep-rooted insecurity. You know?
I'm just super insecure about
I'm not hungry.
I don't want to eat. I don't need to eat right now. My breath.
So.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't think I could do that simply because I value person-to-person interaction. Like I like talking to people, and I feel like having that affliction would just completely, not have me be able to do that at all.
It would be a permanent buzzkill, that's for sure.
Yeah, gosh.
I think I would make the trade-off.
Really?
Yeah.
You take the $1 million for that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, am I allowed to believe that the miracle of modern science could fix this dilemma?
I mean, you gotta put up the money, or
Gotcha.
So you got to use part of that $1 million towards research. You might as well. So
I think I'd still go for it, even if I'm just alone in my mansion watching old movies.
You're watching Casablanca, just blowing into your hands, smelling your breath every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that. You seem like the guy that would do that.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let me come up with one. So you get $1 million. You get $1 million cash in a bunch of briefcases dropped off right to your front door. No strings attached. Well, the only string attached is at some point throughout your day, every single day, some part of your body will catch on fire.
Ooh.
It's a different part of your body every day, and you'll have to extinguish it a different way every time.
But if it's my head, I'm done.
Well, I mean, be near a pot of water at all times so you can dunk your head in it.
As long as it's not like a gas fire and I can get it out quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we're not seeping gas through our pores, so I don't. just a spontaneous combustion of some part of your body every single day.
I don't think I could go with that one.
Really?
I imagine I'm sleeping and I got one of those big feather pillows. And next thing I know,
yeah.
I'm just
The whole
surrounded.
house is on fire, and you're just running outside like Ghost Rider, just trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, that scares me. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
Unless I had enough money in those briefcases to have a permanent on-duty nurse watch over me with a fire extinguisher.
Okay. Yeah, that could probably be a pretty cheap expense to just pay somebody like $10 a day to just like
Watch over
you with a fire extinguisher. Although probably after a while they'd probably demand more money, so
Yeah.
you got to negotiate a rate, set up a contract situation, and that's a lot of money and time in and of itself to have to deal with that. So
I think I would go for it.
I'd consider it. I don't know if I would ultimately follow through with it, but I would definitely consider it. So
Yeah. This isn't painting a good depiction. It sounds like I'm really hard up for cash. Halitosis. 3rd-degree burns.
yeah, you're just a masochist. That's what you are.
On this show, have you ever asked anybody if they would, like kill somebody? Or how dark have you gone with that question?
I mean, these are really just like warm-ups for us. Like we do save them, and we'll probably release like some of these as like a outtakes episode later on. We did that with a few that we did before, but like really this will just be something that like we haven't gone super dark though. Like we haven't like done like killing anybody. I don't know how I'd feel about asking somebody if they'd kill somebody for $1 million. Because then if there's somebody listening that they actually care about and they heard that,
Yeah,
I'd feel
it's
really
true.
bad to like incite that sort of thing with somebody. So
It's just, as they say, money is the root of all evil.
That
Some
is-
people.
that is true.
Some people.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very hard progress.
What's that?
Sounds like a step-by-step progress. You gotta hit record. It's like you gotta move your hand on the track, and then should I talk louder?
No, I think you're fine.
Okay,
Let me
I
see.
can talk louder.
Yeah, do that. I don't know if it's just.
Is this like a good register?
That's a good register. Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk up here.
Okay. Cool.
So $1 million.
Yes.
$1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But for the rest of your life, you have stomach issues.
Stomach. Now, is it very specific stomach issues or?
Well, when I say stomach issues, because you've never really had stomach issues, have you?
No. I mean,
So
when I was a kid, I had trouble like going to the bathroom, and I had to have and I had to use Miralax for a while.
you couldn't poop?
Yeah, I had trouble with it.
All right. But no, that's more like bladder, right? So I'm thinking more like stomach issues.
Okay,
So,
so, like-
your stomach hurts, but you don't know why.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's not like, oh man, my tummy feels off. It's like, oh, this is pain.
Yeah.
And then like you think it's dairy, but it's not dairy. You think it's
okay.
seeds, but it's not seeds. And the doctors can't pinpoint it. You can't pinpoint it, and it hurts sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to deal with that constant pain all the time.
This is a real problem, people.
That's a real problem, and I don't know if $1 million would assuage that, especially if it's going to be constant.
Exactly, because you're always going to see doctors for it. See, I'm speaking from like a side of view of it because my family has nothing but stomach issues.
Ugh, yeah, that's a no from me.
Yeah, that's a no for me too.
Yeah, that was a really easy no.
Hard no. Just wanted, I don't know, just first thing popped in my mind.
It's fine. It happens. First thing that always pops into your mind is maybe not always the best.
Excuse me?
Well, no, I mean,
I think that was a good question.
I mean,
I brought realness into it. I wasn't like $1 million, but your teeth turn into worms.
Well, okay, you get $1 million, but your teeth turn into gummy worms.
You can't steal my ideas.
I know.
Just because you're bad at this game doesn't mean you get to steal my
No,
ideas.
I did something different.
No,
I said
no,
gummy
no.
worms.
Okay, that's like when you plagiarize an essay, but you change the first sentence.
Call me Isaiah. And then the rest of it is just Moby Dick.
Exactly.
Just Control F, replace Ishmael with Isaiah. That's a real easy easy thing to do. Okay, here's one. You get $1 million, but everything that you write, it has to be plagiarized from somebody else's work.
Oh God, no, because that's like really illegal, and it's a very easy crime to catch.
But here's a kicker. What if 99 times out of 100 you wouldn't get caught? There's a 99% chance you were to get caught every time you write something.
Still no, because like the punishment for plagiarism is still pretty bad, and I don't want there to be even the slightest of chance that I would get caught.
Gotcha.
Because you know me, I am like the biggest worrywart in the entire universe. And even if there was a slight chance that I could get in trouble for something, I'm gonna run away from it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've seen that happen before.
Right, where it's just like I am constantly scared something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't live like that. I can't live in fear.
That ain't living, sister.
Nah, man.
All right.
How about you?
No, I don't think so. That's like that just seems like, well, the good thing is anyway, anything that I do like comedy wise is not written. It's all from the top of my head, so it doesn't really matter.
But what if you could only pull from things that were written?
That would be boring because then I have to sit and read books. I don't like reading books.
Okay, but what I mean is like if you had to pull your comedy from something that was written, say it was like a line from a sketch or something, or like a line from
like a movie or something,
like a comedy movie, or something along the lines of like,
my wife,
or God, like every improv.
My
show,
wife.
throw that in. Or like a line from like a stand-up special.
Here's an even better one. You get $1 million, but in every social interaction you have with somebody, you have to incorporate the Borat line. My wife.
Hell yeah! I want more reasons to say that.
It's a great conversation starter.
I'll just marry you and call you my wife.
It's a great icebreaker, though. It really is.
I don't think it is.
It's very disarming.
I think everybody hates it but us.
Everybody saw Borat in 2006. Everybody
true.
knows what you're talking about when you say that, and they know you're not being like an asshole. You're just being silly.
You know what? I have the perfect way I could incorporate it into every conversation.
Oh, really?
Hey. I do a really good impression of this one guy that did two films. The one was like a little too far out, and the other one was like just right. You want to hear it?
Sure, go ahead.
My wife.
Nice.
Every single one.
And everybody's just like, yeah.
And now everyone's like, Lynn, please kill me.
Yeah, in that case, I would say yes.
Okay.
Because it's just an excuse to brush up on the Borat. It's just an excuse.
Brush up on it.
Brush up on it, yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we are recording.
Hello?
Yes, it's on.
Okay. Is this thing on?
Yes, it's on.
Okay.
Okay, so let me go through this list. Okay, so I did find a couple that I do like. So the first one, oh no, that one actually is something related to what we did previously. Okay, so you get $1 million.
Okay.
But anytime you use an object, from that point, the entire time you use it, it says its name.
So, like, if I was using my phone, it would say phone.
Yeah, it would just be like phone.
So
phone.
it would be like sink, toilet.
Yep.
Shitter.
Yep. What?
Well, I might get
Table.
bored just saying toilet.
True.
Yeah, it might want to switch up a bit.
Yeah.
Fridge, refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Icebox.
Thing that keeps your food cold.
Yeah.
I'd hate that.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Even though you would have $1 million.
Yes. But it's just so annoying. So is it the whole time you're using something? So if you're in the car, it's like car.
Yeah, the entire time you're using it. So.
Oh, absolutely.
But
not.
but if it's a case of like the refrigerator, it only says it when you open it. So like.
Yeah, but if you're
fridge,
going on an 8-hour
fridge.
car ride, car.
Well, I think.
Is it everything in the car? Brake, gas.
That's a good question.
Radio. No.
See, that's the thing.
Windshield wiper.
I think it has to be a thing of like what's the duration of each sound. Like how often does it say its name?
That's what I mean. Because if you're on an 8-hour car ride,
yeah,
I don't want to listen to my car say car.
If you're using headphones, does the sound of the headphones saying headphones like drown out the music?
I mean, if it's the first time you get in the car and it's like car, okay.
Yeah. But if it's you're listening to music in your headphones, it's just in the background headphones.
So when you go into bed?
Oh God.
Bed pillow, blanket, bed pillow.
Okay. Now you're painting the scenario, and it sounds terrifying.
See? You think at first it's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun
I'd
to
rather
me.
be broke than be in bed, haunted by my bed speaking to me, going, bed pillow, blanket. I'm just saying. Anybody
Jesus.
else?
No,
Yeah.
I agree. It sounds terrible.
You
Yeah.
want to take a nap every time you walk on the carpet, rug.
Jesus.
rug.
This sounds horrible. Now that you paint it this way,
That's what I'm here for.
it sounds terrible. So
Ruin everything.
so it's a no from you.
I'd rather be broke.
Same.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. All right. Let me find another one. Okay. Here's an interesting one. You get $1 million, but every time you get dressed, there's a 1 in 20 chance that everything you're wearing will disappear at random at some point during the day.
Nope.
See, if I had $1 million, I would just pay for a hot body.
Ooh.
That way, when my clothes did disappear, it's like, oops.
See,
Oops.
that's smart because
That-
you'll get the $1 million. So you can get all sorts of plastic surgery.
Oh yeah.
You can
Pay for
look
all
like
sorts of
a Victoria's
personal
Secret
training
model.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, when you're naked, it's just like, oh,
Oh, what happened
what,
there?
what a surprise. That's true. I didn't think of it that way.
That's a good point.
Yep. That's what I would do personally. I would just pay to look hot and then
That's true. But I
Be
might
fine
need a
with it.
little bit more than $1 million for that. So we'll have to budget the surgery.
Yeah,
costs first.
we may have to go to Tijuana for some surgeries to save some money, but
And then we'll end up on botched, and we'll get even more money.
they'll
So
pay
we'll be fine.
they'll pay us to get the surgeries to fix it all.
You need help.
Yeah. It's just
So yeah. What about you? Would you get plastic surgery?
see, that's a thing. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's just
or you could at least like get a gym membership.
that's
working
my
out.
see. My thing is, I would pay that money to like hire somebody to cook for me, so that I don't have to worry about fucking making food and somebody that's just
and like portioning it out. and all
exactly.
that.
So
Yeah.
that I would pay
See,
somebody to like manage my life in the way that I could, eat healthy and do all that shit without having to worry about it.
But here's the kicker.
Uh-huh.
While all that's going on, you still have the 1 in 20.
Oh, I still got the
chance.
ugly
That's
body
what I
for
mean.
that like
You're at the ugly
year.
body. You're with the ugly body at the gym, trying to get better on the treadmill, and your pants fly off, go away.
And then you can't get them back. You can't
Yeah.
put them back on.
So
You just got a bare ass in the wind on the treadmill.
everything just out.
Hmm.
And if you're at, Max Fitness and you're in the window on the treadmill, that's a lot more people that can see you.
Unless if you build your own gym downstairs and you just don't see
Unless you
anybody
never
for
leave
2
your
years.
house.
That's true. If I had $1 million, I could just leave. I could just never leave my house.
But do you really want to be a hermit?
I could live with it.
I don't think you could. I think I
What
could
about
live
your
with it more
improv?
than you.
Imagine.
Oh,
There
God.
you go. Imagine that you're on stage
gee.
like, oh, look at me. Bam, no clothes.
I mean, that would be pretty fun to incorporate in scenes, though, sometimes.
Yeah, but usually it's you looking
Ye-
at the audience with no clothes on, and then it's the audience looking at you with no clothes on.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. Gosh, that's a really tough conundrum. Because to me, plastic surgery, I don't know. Because then too, even if you're recuperating, like you can be recuperating, and you're just like
Yeah, but you're in
from
your
all
bed.
these but still, it's like, oh shit, I'm naked, and I can't really move myself to put clothing on.
But if I'm on my bed, it's going to be like, oh, shit, I'm naked. Oh, well. Like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
care.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm stitched up. I'm fine.
I could just snap my fingers and drivers will come bring me a robe.
Yeah. Because with the $1 million, you'll have enough money left over after the surgeries to get like a couple butlers.
Yeah.
A couple butlers, not just one.
Well, they need to rotate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a place for them to live.
Gotcha. Okay, so you have it's what, like three 8-hour shifts of butlers, or like 2 12-hour shifts? What?
I didn't get that far.
Okay,
I haven't done any interviews yet.
I just was asking. Okay, so your response to that, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about
Yeah, I would do it, definitely.
you? Begrudgingly, yes, I probably would do it, just because
I also think guys have a little bit easier time. Just if their shirt.
I think if you're just confident about it, like there's bigger dudes than me that run around without shirts on that just like.
Well, I think the fun
Doesn't
part
mean-
too is like if you were out in public and like your clothes disappeared and someone was like, "Yo, what happened to your clothes?" You could be like, "What do you mean?" Like you could pretend.
Just fuck with their head.
yeah, just fuck with them and be like, "What do you mean?"
Huh. Okay.
That is true.
Interesting.
You can have fun with it. You know?
Then I think it'd be
That's
Then it'd
true.
be a
That
yes
is
from me.
true. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Should we do one more?
Sure. This should just be a whole podcast. It's fun.
We have turned them into like a whole podcast. Okay. Here we go. $1 million, but every time you fart, spontaneously, an entire parade shows up celebrating your fart.
Oh my God, yes.
absolutely. Without a doubt, yes.
That would make my day so much better if someone just like celebrated my farts.
Yeah. What do you mean? That's a no-brainer.
I wasn't saying it was bad. I was just presenting the question.
Obviously.
What is it about a fart parade that like interests you?
I mean,
Have you ever been to a parade where you were sad?
That's a good point. No, I haven't.
have you ever been sad after a fart?
Yeah. If it goes bad, yeah.
So wouldn't you be happy if a parade showed up?
But what if it went?
But also, if that affects everybody else around you too, that they all have this fart parade,
Ooh.
and you're with somebody and they get a fart parade after they fart, you're not as mad that they farted.
Right.
What if you're on a date with somebody and you just happen to just slip a silent one out, and then and then just a parade comes in?
And then he was like, "Did you fart?" You have to like try and talk.
You ha- you-
No, that wasn't me.
And they're
And
they're
then you go like, no. He said happy Bart, not fart. It's my dad's birthday. His name's
Yeah.
Bart. And then you just play it off.
congratulations on your fart. I mean Bart.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could easily play it off.
Interesting.
But ladies don't fart, so.
Right.
Mm,
Don't look at me when
I
you
have
go,
evidence to the contrary of that.
Where is your evidence?
I don't hear any recordings.
Fine.
Ladies don't fart. So I'll take the $1 million.
I would do it.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Definitely.
I think I would too. You play it off as a fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
all right, everybody feel warmed up, ready to go?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Hello.